Okay, I'm back, and tomorrow at work, I am going to die. It's hot out there, man. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's at least 29, 30 degrees, and that's without the humidity, and that's Celsius. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 31. I don't even know what the humidity is going to be, and I work in a warehouse that has no, like, the only ventilation you get is when you open doors. That's it. I am going to die tomorrow. You'll know if I upload this because by the time I upload this, it'll be way after then. Anyways, let's get going. Yes. There we go. That's what I meant to do. I pressed the wrong button. Alright, so do we play as Naoto or are we just following Naoto's story? The clock's ticking echoes through the room and I look up from the file I hold. It seems I yearn for some mental stimulation to distract me from the sheer volume of information I'm attempting to process. But when I look up, all that's before me are the tall stacks of files I brought in from the reference room. Even when I cooperated with the investigation as a detective, I'd only been in this room a few times. They must have ushered me into the drawing room on the highest floor of Inaba station today in order to send a message, "Don't draw attention to yourself." I lower my hat to rest my eyes and spend some time thinking back on the conversation I had a short while ago.
I see. In other words, nothing suspicious is apparent in the current Kirijo group.
This guy is something. I don't know if he's the culprit. I don't know if he's working with the culprit. I don't know if he has anything to do with the culprit. But he's the only non-character who has a picture that I know of. Yet he hasn't been named. He's just a man in a suit. But anyone else who is a generic person is generally not pictured. And basically, if they have a picture, they mean something.
Correct. There are no factors that would necessitate detouring Mitsuru Kirijo or the shadow operatives which she leads.
The man holding my report falls silent, pondering something. His reaction shows that he most likely foresaw what sort of report I'd hand in. The well-dressed man before me belongs to the National Police Agency, Security Bureau Security Planning Division, or in brief form, the Public Safety Police. You should have just said that. It was he who requested the undercover investigation into Mitsuru-san's shadow operatives.
Mitsuru Kirijo seemed to have some idea who stole her cargo, yes?
She did indeed. To begin with, the culprit knew the contents of the cargo which even Miss Kirijo herself did not fully understand. It follows that the culprit in this case was someone with intimate knowledge of the Kirijo group's dark secrets. How Mitsuru Kirijo deals with this culprit will surely shed more light upon her true motives.
Half of that is true, and half is sophistry. I need to discover the trump card that public safety is hiding. For most likely, that trump card will lead us to the culprit of this case, the one who stole Labrys and threw her into the TV world. After a moment of silence, the man places a stack of thick folders before me. If he had prepared this in advance, that means he was weighing his options. He knows of my intentions, yet he must have made the decision that what they stand to gain is worth the risk.
Report to us again when you find out more.
With that, the man leaves the room. It seems my gamble paid off.
Whether I find out more or not, it's certain that something will happen.
Labrys' kidnapper hasn't been caught, and the case is ongoing. Even now, there may be developments somewhere. My friends on the investigation team must be having a strategy meeting at the food court around now. Though it's been a while since any of us have seen Yu Senpai, so the conversation may have already digressed. Sighing, I force aside the twinges of loneliness and drop my gaze to the file that my gamble won.
The Kirijo Ergonomics Research Laboratory. An organization specializing in research upon shadows.
Close enough. You know, it's different, but it's close enough to her real voice. It'll vary if when Naoto shouts. What I demand of public safety was an investigative document on the Kirijo Group Research Institution, which no longer exists. The founder of that institute was Mitsuru-san's grandfather, Koetsu Kirijo. It's hard to pronounce certain Japanese things, because, you know, you have to pronounce all the vowels separately from each other. The contents of that report were filed with matters that were hard to believe. The Dark Hour, a different world populated by shadows that seems to intrude on the real world. The mysterious, most alien artifact known as Plumes of Dusk that can induce personality. Humanoid robots called anti-shadow suppression weapons that were developed to oppose shadows. Artificial persona users who gained their abilities with special drugs. Had I not seen Agasan and Labrys with my own two eyes, The supernatural contents of this file would seem ludicrously implausible.
A flood of shadows and the manifestation of personas. There are many similarities to what we experienced. The chief difference is that their catastrophe was artificially induced in the name of research.
I sense an unwavering commitment to duty from Mitsuru-san and her team. Though they, like us, are persona users, the horrors in this file must be why I detected a very different type of resolve from them.
I hesitate to look into such matters without their consent, but I doubt they would volunteer much.
From what I can deduce based on this, the culprit in Labrys's case is without a doubt related to Kirijo. The ergo research, the clue that leads to the truth has to be there. And if by chance something were to happen to Mitsuru-san and her people, we would need to know more about our common enemy.
Shuji Ikutsuki took the position of chairman at Gekkokan High after ergo research was disbanded. Mitsuru-san went there. Deceased in 2009. Cause of death: falling from the school's observatory.
Oh, you were so slow I went ahead. There's no other information in regards to him in the document I gained from public safety. The simplicity of the section in regard to this Shuji Ikutsuki, an obviously important person, oddly left an impression on me. Oh yeah, he was important alright. To bringing the end of the world. Well, trying to bring the end of the world. We stopped it. I finished reading over the material, but to be honest, it tells me little. Most of the principals involved are already deceased, including Kuoetsu Kirijo, Shuji Ikutsuki, and the persona users whose abilities were artificially awakened. Still, I do learn something. The culprit's objective in Labrys's case had similarities to the purpose of ergo research, to deliberately gather shadows in order to fuse them together. If that was the objective, wouldn't the TV world have been an ideal place for a test run?
It may be best if I check inside of the TV world once more.
When I open my cell phone to share my findings, scant though they may be, I notice that the hour is late. It's almost the next day.
It's a bit late to call them. Which reminds me, I think I heard thunder earlier. Could it have rained?
That word rained gives me pause. During the incident with Labrys, the Midnight Channel was broadcasting again. If her case is truly ongoing, does that mean it could come on tonight? A bad feeling crosses my mind. Who's calling?
Call at this hour?
Yeah, who's calling you?
From an unknown number. Hello.
I got through. Miss Detective? Wait, no. Naoto-kun, right?
Well, at least you got your accent still.
Voice. Is that you, Labrys? What's the matter?
Listen up, because we got a big problem. Mitsuru-san and the others were on their way to Inaba, but they've gone missing.
Missing?
So we were gonna go look for them, but these weird guys came barging into the Shadow Operatives lab. I'm the only one who got out.
The Shadow Operatives research lab was attacked. Could it be the enemy? No, that's not it. This is most likely...
Labrys, calm down. Can you describe anything unique about the people who invaded your headquarters?
Unique? They came in a big group. They wore suits. They showed this paper-looking thing, and they said something about an investigation.
Just as I thought. Public safety. I had my suspicions, but there can be no mistake. Though the Kirijo Group and Public Safety are firmly in cooperation, Public Safety probably has a low opinion of the Shadow Operatives, hence the request that I perform an undercover investigation. They must have found out about Mitsuru-san's disappearance and used it as an opportunity to launch a compulsory investigation. But Mitsuru-san's disappearance, could it really be related to Public Safety's move? Lyra said a moment ago that Mitsuru-san and her people were headed to Inaba. Why? While I think carefully, sorting through this new information, ask Labrys for more details.
I understand. What's your present situation?
I can't go back to the lab, right? Even if I could, I wouldn't know what to do without Mitsuru-san around. But then I found out the Shadow Operatives got these special folks who only get called up in emergencies.
That would be Yukari, Junpei, Korumaru, and Ken.
I just met up with them a minute ago, and we're about to go look for Mitsuru-san and them.
Understood. I'll cooperate as well. I'm sure the others won't say no either. We'll all try searching for Mitsuru-san.
Really? Thanks.
Labrys, there's something else I'd like to ask. Why was Mitsuru-san headed for Inaba?
If I remember right, they found a weird shadow reading over there, so they were gonna go look into it.
A weird shadow reading?
An abnormal shadow reading is detected in Inaba. Mitsuru-san and her people go missing when they head out to investigate. Even if this is unrelated to the public safety matter, I can't overlook this detail. Mitsuru-san and her people are persona users, and extremely skilled ones at that. If they're in a situation with no means of contacting help, then whatever enemy they face must be formidable. And the first such enemy who comes to mind is the culprit who kidnapped Labrys and forced us to fight in the P1 Grand Prix.
She said the reading spiked all of a sudden. Did something happen over there?
Nothing springs to mind. Oh, sorry, hold on a moment.
I checked the clock on the wall of the drawing room. It's almost midnight. If there was an abnormal shadow ring, the midnight shadow could be involved. I need to find a room with a TV.
I'm sorry, but let's continue this on the move. We should meet up at the very least. Actually, is that a helicopter I hear in the background?
Yeah, I'm surprised you can tell. We have a maid piloting one right now.
A personal helicopter and a maid piloting it. I never thought of my family as poor, but thinking back to that limousine, the Kirijo clan seems to be on a completely different level.
Let me think of a place where a helicopter could land around here.
Too late. As I continue to talk while walking down the hallway, all the lights suddenly turn off. You know, that's actually pretty creepy, the way it just happens like that with the sound and the red. And now Naoto's like, oh crap. Though it is midnight, this is a police station. There should be several officers still stationed here, even at this hour. However, in defiance of these facts, an unnatural stillness pervades the air.
A blackout?
No, that's not it. The roaring helicopter rotors on the other end of the line have also fallen silent.
Labrys?
My cell phone has gone dead, as if the batteries were drained. I try a few things, but it won't even turn on. Have all the electronics here stopped working so suddenly? I open a nearby door to get a better look at my environment. The empty room is hazily lit by an eerie red glow coming from the window. Walking to get a clearer view, I gasp at the sight outside. An obvious pothole has fallen upon this quiet rural town.
Red fog?
I am a bit disappointed in the lack of transmogrification, because the people are just suddenly disappearing apparently. Also, no, it's a full moon! We're officially in some sort of crossover. Wait, yeah, we've been in a crossover since the last game. Seeing the town enveloped in fog, I can't help but remember last year's case. With the foreboding feeling that the situation has taken a turn for the worse, I quickly leave the strangely empty Inaba station. That's why Adachi is going to be in this game. He has a persona, and most likely persona users... Wow, that was quick. So, the way this is working is basically no gameplay until I start all the stories. Okay. What's auto mode? No, I don't want auto mode on. Okay. So, now we gotta go to Risei's portion, the training room. That's part 2 of this anyways. It's just a sudden phone call. Okay. So I don't know when the gameplay actually gets to start though, because I mean, boring for you guys, isn't it? I mean, not much of a let's play. I raise one arm towards the mirror-lined wall and close my eyes. In my mind, I see a stage and the hazy shadow of a band. Glow sticks of all different colors shine in the packed seats. I'm looking at them from my mark, indicated with a spot of fluorescent paint. The moment the countdown hits 0, a spotlight comes on. I reach towards the floating light and become one with the stage.
Say hello. You gotta say goodbye to 1,000 lies, yeah.
Terrible song!
Just those words you really mean. And let your voice be heard all over the world. Stand up when you hear
It's J-pop. Also, her voice is syncing with the movements. It's a J-pop song, so it probably makes no sense in English. Hold on. They sang English in all these other games, and they never made sense anyway, even if you read the lyrics. It was all in her head. As I calm my breathing and look towards the clock to check how long the performance took me, I I see its hand pointing to 2, which brings me back to reality in a hurry.
Oh, crap! I didn't take my bike today. I wonder if I can make the last train.
Well, you want to go back to
Night,
Inaba?
everyone! I'm off for today.
You want to see you before he leaves? I hurriedly address the people I pass as I fly out of the studio. After a mad dash to Okina Station, I barely make it onto the stopped train.
Made it.
Okina Station. Is that in Tatsumi Port Island? Probably not. Wait, is it? I don't remember my map of Persona 3. I take a breather as the train slowly pulls out. The last train on a holiday is usually pretty empty, so I sit in an open seat and get my tunes from my bag. There's a new song on there they just gave me this afternoon. Today felt so long for some reason.
It's gotten a lot later than we expected. Are you still okay on time?
You didn't have to give me a lift, you know. I'd have been fine.
Man, you guys are so small compared to those car seats.
That's not the issue. Come on, I'm your manager.
The reason Inoue-san seems so happy is because of the news we got earlier. When our president called us back to the offices from the shoot today, we agreed with a new song for me and a detailed plan for my comeback.
Still, I had no idea that the boss was putting together such a detailed plan for your comeback.
Well, I'm grateful and all, but I just don't think I'm ready yet.
That's not true. We've all seen how hard you've been working. You're much stronger than you were. I think the boss is making the right decision.
Are you just flattering me, Inoue-san?
Never intentionally. You sang that new song we gave you today after just a short lesson. You even memorized the dance steps in record time.
I wasn't any good, though. I got distracted by the steps and kept going off key. And I wasn't hitting the turns cleanly. I've still got a long way to go.
It's true. Even as far as discussion of my comeback goes, if Inoue-san hadn't come up with an excuse for why he couldn't get in contact with me until yesterday, plans could have been sunk.
Rise-chan, did something happen?
Huh?
I know that there's a part of your life you won't let me into, and that's okay. An idol doesn't need to tell her manager everything. But there's a difference between keeping things private and isolating yourself. You asked if you could get some days off during the long holiday, right? And you didn't seem too keen on today's session either. Did you have some other engagement in mind?
No, you're just cutting me too much slack. Thanks, though. It's nothing to do with work. There was something that made me realize how powerless I am.
So many people are supporting me for my comeback, but no matter how much I throw myself into rehearsals, all I can think about is how I was nothing but a burden in the incident yesterday.
Rise-chan?
I'm okay. Were you worried I'd quit again? I'm still set on getting back into showbiz, once I shake off the rust from my hiatus.
I can tell that much from watching you practice. Still, maybe you need a breather.
Huh?
The publisher consulted me about maybe rescheduling the photo shoot. When I told them doing it later would be problematic since you're still a student, they decided to reschedule for another time. So, take a nice break tomorrow.
Inoue-san.
But things will be busy after the long holiday. The success of your comeback project is on the line here.
I really appreciate it. Can you let me off at Okina Station today? If I have tomorrow off, I want to stop by the studio and practice a little more.
Huh? But wouldn't it be late by the time you're done? Why don't I take you straight home?
There's not enough room at home. Please? I'll go straight home after I practice a little.
Well, all right. But don't push yourself too hard, okay?
I won't. Actually, though, you shouldn't coddle me so much either. Okay, Inoue-san?
Imagine if everything stops when she's on the train. Through the train window, I could see the countryside. Although a few lights here and there, the train was empty to begin with, and it only gets emptier as we approach the final stop.
A long holiday, huh?
This holiday was supposed to cap off with just work and rehearsals. Even when I heard Yu-senpai was coming back, I was the one who decided not to change my plans. When I told the others, they said stuff like, "Oh, well, work's work, and hang on in there." Kanji was the only one who acted like a kid, saying, "What's more important to you, your work or senpai?"
That reminds me. Naoto-kun had to work during the holidays, too.
I bet Naoto-kun wouldn't get all indecisive about these things. When I sigh and take out my cell, I notice I have an email.
Oh, it's from Yukiko-senpai.
It's It's a summary of what the investigation team talked about today, and the time we're meeting tomorrow.
Junes at 6 a.m.? That's early. I bet some of those guys are gonna be late for sure.
Will it ever get to tomorrow? I laugh, but it quickly turns into a sigh. I have tomorrow off, thanks to Inoue-san. While I'm happy to get to see everyone, I'm a little bummed out too. I couldn't do anything during that incident. I don't remember anything else about that day after I finished shopping for dinner at Junes. When I came to, I was already in the announcement room in the TV world, under the surveillance of General Teddy. In the end, it turned out that General Teddy was Laris's shadow taking on Teddy's form. The shadow was holding this event called the P1 Grand Prix and forcing my senpai to fight each other in it. Since I was captured, they used my voice and likeness to goad everyone into hurting each other. I thought I sounded cool saying I had work, but I got kidnapped, imprisoned, and watched them use my face and voice to confuse everyone.
At this rate, I can barely face Senpai and the others.
You Senpai will be going back tomorrow. I think about Fuka-san, who had such tremendous powers that she could help Mitsuru-san's group by describing what was going on in the TV world, even from outside. She has 2 years on you, don't worry. I wish I could be that useful.
The next stop is Yaso Inaba. Yaso Inaba.
Creepy. What the? What was that weird place to cut the... That was a weird place to cut the announcement off. All of a sudden, all the lights in the train turn off, and the train that had already begun to slow down to its last stop grinds to a halt.
Oh no! A blackout?
I look out the window to check. A huge red moon dominates the sky, and in the direction of the train it was heading there looks to be a giant red cocoon. Is that fog?
What is that? Inaba's that way.
I turn around. There's no one on the train. They've all disappeared. The train car was pretty empty, but I'm positive I wasn't the only passenger before.
No way. What's going on? Oh, right, my cell.
Thinking I might be able to find something out if I contact someone, I look at the phone I'm still holding after checking my email. But it seems to have turned off by itself, since the screen remains black. No matter how many times I press the power button, it won't turn on.
It's broken? Of all the times. Guys, you Senpai.
Apart from the confusion, a sensation I know all too well starts to rise in me. I can't believe it. There's no mistake.
This feeling... It can't be. It's like I'm inside the TV.
I'm moving before I can think twice. I yank open the door using the emergency lever and jump out onto the tracks. I begin running towards the Yasoba train station. Now's not the time to stay and cower here. That was a long running sequence. I knew it was going to be continued. Okay, let's continue on with the story then. We've now got all the Persona 4 people, a warped town. So Yosuke's on that for... What, now we're going to go to Yosuke when he was at home? And then we're going to have Yukiko, and then she... I don't know how this is even going to go. Not a single fight so far. Oh, hey, with Teddy too, apparently. Samigawa floodplain. Why are we even going to fight each other this time? When are we going to fight each other? Alright, we start here.
Damn it, it's not turning on. The streetlights are all out too. What in the world's going on here?
Mixture of the TV world and the dark hour. How about that? Midnight Child came on again. I called up you, and all of a sudden my cell's gone completely dead. What in the world is happening now? I decided to rush to the floodplain for the time being, but there's not a single soul out in the red fog apart from Teddy, who's running right next to me. Isn't this pretty dangerous?
There's no one around. Am I gonna be all alone with Yosuke for the rest of my life? No! Why couldn't I be stuck with a beautiful lady?
I could say the same thing about you. Anyways, we need to get to Junes right now. Let's go.
Hmm? We're going to Junes? Such devotion to your company in a crisis.
That's not why we're going, moron. Someone from the team's bound to be there now. Whenever anything happened, we always met up there. So if we can't get in contact with anyone, that's the first place to go, right?
Oh, I see. Then Sensei, Chie-chan, Yuki-chan, and even Kanji are probably on their way right now.
Actually, I could imagine Kanji going straight into the TV world instead.
Second time I've heard that. I mean, that guy went into the TV while he was half asleep. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if the first thing he thought was, I better go into the TV right away.
Still, what was up with that midnight channel earlier? I've never heard of it starting before midnight. And what's up with the countdown? This isn't New Year's Eve.
It's a good thing we were in front of the TV. If we missed it, the world could have ended without us even knowing.
Dude, don't even say stuff like that.
If I'm remembering right, it says something about a one-on-one battle within an hour. And then there was that short shot of Mitsuru-san and her people up on crosses. For the second time.
Was that video for real? I doubt Mitsuru-san's bunch would get caught that easily.
Also, it would be the third time I've seen that in a game, because the first time was Xenogears.
Crucifying a lady like that is unforgivable! Yosuke, let's hurry and meet up with everyone so we can go rescue Michan!
Right. You're really fired up about this, aren't you?
And then, I'm gonna get a thank you kiss from the lovely ladies.
That's what you're after. How much of a horn dog can one bear be?
Huh? Don't you like Michan's amazing bod too, Yosuke?
Well, who wouldn't be interested? Hey, where are you going with this?
But to be serious for a sec, that lady's way too intense for me. It's not that she just pulls off the queen thing to a T, she really is one. No, wait, now's not the time to be fantasizing about that stuff.
Ugh! Don't stop all so suddenly! I don't have bear brakes, you know!
Teddy's saying something stupid again, but I don't have time to deal with it. I turned to Teddy and mentioned the doubt that hit me just now.
Hey, is this fog getting thicker?
It's not just my imagination. The visibility is way worse than when we rushed out of the house. This red fog is definitely getting thicker. This is starting to be way too much like last year's case. Then again, the fog that time wasn't red like this.
Yikes, can't you cover your mouth when you sneeze? What's gotten into you?
My nose got itchy all of a sudden. I'm very sorry.
Okay, if the world doesn't end, can we at least kill Teddy for the bear pun? But that's the first one.
Just hurry up and wipe your nose.
By the way, Yosuke.
What now?
I hope it's just my imagination, but was this road always this long?
Huh?
In spite of myself, I take a quick look around. I was so caught up in the moment that I didn't notice, but why are we running on and on down the floodplain? I can't see too well through the fog. I don't remember the floodplain going on this long. And what little I can see in the distance looks distorted like we're in the TV world. I'm really getting a bad feeling about all this.
Hey, Yosuke?
What now?
I've been having this bad feeling all this time. Can I share this scary feeling with you too?
What's with the creepy buildup? Just hurry up and say it.
We're outside the TV world right now, right? But this place smells the same.
The same as where?
Well, the same as inside the TV.
Huh? Seriously?
Uh-huh. Look, my bare nose is itching up a storm.
Your nose? That's right. Does that mean you can tell where everyone is?
I can kinda tell, but this fog is so thick that it's... Achoo!
God, don't turn towards me when you're sneezing! You're sure that's not just allergies?
How rude! I don't have any allergies. My nose has been feeling so itchy that...
Yeah, what a reliable nose you have. Damn it, gotta find everyone somehow. With the town all messed up, even that might be impossible.
If the town's really become like the TV world, then I doubt this road leads to Junus at all. There doesn't seem to be a soul in town. With things like this, are the others really safe?
What now?
Here it comes! My Teddy sensors are picking up something!
I don't know what he picked up, but Teddy begins running down the riverbank. Wait, what the heck's he doing running ahead all by himself? I hurriedly follow him into the riverbed.
You still haven't told me what... Huh? Is someone coming?
Sorry about the wait.
It's you, but it's not you, obviously.
You? How did you get here?
Yosuke, hold on a sec!
Huh? Not now, Teddy. I'm glad you're safe, you.
Of course. So you're with Teddy after all.
Huh? Well, yeah. You're acting kind of strange. What's going on?
What worthless vermin who can't survive without huddling together.
Sounds creepy. It's not like last time where they were just sounding like themselves but sarcastic.
Huh?
Worthless vermin? Something's not right. He doesn't seem his usual self. In the last P1 Grand Prix, there were times when the other person was hearing something different than what we said. But that was because Labrys' special function was messing with our senses. Could the same thing be happening here?
Yosuke, no! That's not Sensei! He has a strong, shadowy stink!
What?
The you here smirks in a totally evil way. Yeah, Teddy's right. This guy definitely isn't you.
It's too late. Now, bring on the rain.
Whoa! What the?
When this thing that looks like you raises his hand in the air, 4 glowing red pillars fall from the sky to surround us, lodging themselves in the ground. Teddy has to roll backwards on instinct to avoid getting crushed by one of them. Oh, our first fight? Is this going to be our first fight against what looks to be like a shadow you?
I'm gonna die!
Teddy, are you okay?
I try to rush over to him, but in the corner of my eye, I see one of the red pillars give off an eerie glow.
Ow!
The next moment, I ran right into an invisible wall. That really hurt. I feel like my nose is going to fall off. This is another thing that's just like the P1 Grand Prix the other day. And we have...
Huh?
Yep.
You really don't learn, do you, Yosuke? This is the P1, so obviously the rule is that only the winner can move on. Now, it's about to begin. The first battle of the P1 climax. Is everyone ready?
You again? Yosuke, the fake Teddy's back! You're General Teddy? Seriously? But you were just Labrys's...
What are you talking about? You're such a grown ranger, Yosuke. It doesn't matter who I am. Continue this idle speculation, and you'll lose your life rather quickly.
What?
This isn't good. I said something and instinctively dive to the side. After I do a quick roll on the hard ground, I hurry to get back on my feet. I look back to where I was standing to see the sword you swung hitting the exact spot. Holy shit, if that had hit me, I would have been practically dead.
Bastard! What was that for?
There's only one thing that happens in the P1. So hurry and draw your weapon, Yosuke.
What are you saying? You seem a lot like you. I can't tell if you're being tricked or not.
Ah, Yosuke, there's no need to worry. What you're looking at now isn't Sensei. It's a complete fake that I made. So now that there's no need to hold back, go fight it!
A fake?
That's right! What really draws in the crowds at a fighting tournament are chaotic, intense, neck-and-neck battles! So the great General Teddy went to the trouble of ginning up shadows to settle things with you guys.
He made this thing? Yikes, the you here looks exactly like the real deal. Where did General Teddy learn that trick? Wait a second, even before that, wasn't General Teddy just another form of Labrys' shadow? But Labrys already accepted her shadow and made it her persona. This doesn't make any sense.
What's the matter? You're supposed to be all about fair and square fights. Why won't you hurry up and start this mano-a-mano rumble?
As General Teddy speaks, the fake you readies his sword. Damn, he really is just like the real one.
You're seriously a fake? You're pretty well made.
Of course I am. I was born from your data. My skills are the same. In fact, they are superior.
So do they lack the data for the ones who weren't in the Grand Prix?
Or are you incapable of doing anything without your friends, Captain Risantamo?
Oh, you just had to take a jab at my painful memories, didn't you? But I get it now. Since I know you're a fake, there's no need to hold back.
You'll regret acting all gallant like that. Persona.
What in the world? How did a fake sensei summon a real persona?
Whoa, for real?
Dude, that's not fair. Aren't you supposed to be limited to summoning personas in the TV world? I have a sharp retort all prepared, but no matter how I look at it, I'm at a disadvantage here. Wait, but hold on. Teddy just said this place smells the same as inside the TV. Could that mean...
Yosuke, you have to run! Hurry!
Stay back, Teddy. If this seriously is a P1, then we won't be able to go on unless I win. With what's happened to the town, this is no time for hesitating. I'm gonna take a chance and go for it.
I close my eyes and concentrate on my feelings. There's no doubt about it. I sense a large power somewhere inside me, and hone in on it with my senses. I have to believe in myself. There's a part of me somewhere that's determined not to run anymore. I will defeat this guy and go tell everyone what's going on.
Come, Persona!
Oh, our first battle, finally. And it looks like there's going to be mostly autosaves throughout because the chapters are separated. Alright, we still have our names, apparently. Alright, I'm assuming control is basically the same way. So let's get back into this then.
Finally.
Yeah, it's basically the same game.
Do your best as a
Alright. Wow, I don't know what happened there, but apparently we reversed lives or something. Oh, damn you, already ruined that. I have like no SP here.
Nice move! Here goes! Here we go!
Oh yeah, well, there we go.
Here we go!
I need more SP because beating on him gives him way more than I can get. Oh, there we go.
Just a little more until you win!
Yeah, I know, I'm gonna win, don't worry. There we go. Not too bad. I still just can't use my special moves properly. I've never practiced enough to do it in real battle. So I'm not interrupted with saves.
Ha-ha! I win!
The moment I declared victory over the fake you, the red pillars surrounding us shattered with a tinkling noise. If the P1 rules still apply, that must mean the invisible walls are gone now. But man, even though he's a fake, it was pretty tiring to fight another Persona user. Every time I clashed with him, my muscles were burning up. My eyes still feel like they're prickling. Huh? Am I that out of shape?
Yosuke! I believed in you!
As if pushing away the red fog, Teddy comes rushing towards me with a tear-stained face and a drippy nose. I open my arms and effectively dodge him.
Yosuke?
Dude, what did you expect? You're practically soaking in fog, tears and snot. I pretend not to notice his offended look and try to come up with something else to talk about.
Well, fake you. Are you... Ah! Whoa!
Was that a warp? When I turn around, the fake you starts to melt into black glue before my eyes. The surreal sight leaves me at a loss for words, but not Teddy.
Ah! Sensei's melted like butter!
Dude, that wasn't the real you. Though this is kind of a gross way to prove it.
Even as we speak, the fake you bubbles up and continues to melt away. I guess they weren't lying when they said this fake was made with a shadow. Still, just because it's a fake doesn't change the fact that it looks like you. Seeing it dissolve like that makes me feel a little sick.
Huh?
Once the fake you completely loses its shape, becoming just a black puddle, these particles of light float up from it into the sky.
What was that?
Hey, Yosuke. And that was a shadow, not Sensei, right?
Yeah, seems like. The real you, I'm pretty sure, wouldn't melt into goo like that.
That's true. But,
But what if you looked into a pile of goo that was your friend's face? It's an abridged quote. Hopefully you understand it.
What is it? You're being really cagey today.
Labby-chan's kidnapper said he wanted to steal our personas and make them into shadows, right? Do you think Sensei's persona got stolen and became that thing you fought?
What? Like hell that would happen. Wait, it wouldn't, right?
Don't ask me, I asked you first!
No, that's impossible. There's no way he'd go down so fast. But that fake was really strong, and the way it fought did seem a lot like the real you, because he collected data. Didn't you hear him? He had data.
Anyway, we gotta hurry and find the others. This whole thing is making me more and more nervous. And man, suddenly I can use my persona in the real world? What's happening to this town?
Huh?
What's up?
I smell the real Sensei! And from the other direction, I'm sniffing... Oh, it's Yuki-chan!
Really? Can you smell the other guys too?
No, just those two. Actually, this might not be good. I sense shadows real close to both of them.
What? Damn it. Oh, well, we're gonna have to split up. We need to make sure everyone's safe first. After that, we can meet up at Junes. I'm sure you won't get lost with that nose of yours.
Alrighty then. In that case, it's time to fully open up my bare nostrils. Roar! Wait for me, Yuki-chan! Your teddy is coming for you!
Hey, wait! You didn't tell me where you is!
Roar! Yuki-chan!
Damn it, you perverted bear! You are so getting a pay cut for this!
We have blocks in the air. Can we hit them? Can we hit the blocks and get power-ups? So right now, boom. Continued on to Yu Narukami, and we also open up the General's entrance. Well, I still got time, so we might as well. This is gonna be a long one for. Well, that's not true. Why is this one red? Oh, because it's a battle. I see. We have stories, and then we have the red battles, and then we have this, which is a continuation of this one, perhaps? Is that why? Wait. The Velvet Room. Well, the third ordeal.
Ah. Welcome to the Velvet Room.
I know that voice. Do you? Because it sounds different to me. When I look around, I see an endlessly blue space that I've come to know well. It's the Velvet Room, a place where the ceiling, floor, and even the walls are a deep azure. It exists between mind and matter, and not far away from me sit two figures.
Did I startle you?
No, but...
I'm sure that I opened the front door to leave for Juness. I don't remember if it ever connected to the Velvet Room before. Sorry, it's just, I got distracted by something. Or is this a dream?
I have business with you today, so I've summoned you. Marie?
Another figure steps forth when Margaret, the resident of this room, calls to her. Oh, that Marie.
Sorry, I asked her to do this. There's something I have to do right now.
Is there, Marie? I know you so well. Marie, or rather, the minor goddess who now protects this town, speaks cryptically of a crisis.
what happened?
I can't really tell you because of the rules of this room, but you've noticed, right? Something terrible's about to happen to this town. I'll do my best to stop it. But that won't even come close to being enough. So, you might end up in danger again. Because of this.
Oh, I don't know about her character design. To me, she just resembles some random character they threw together and made her look like some weird punk or emo chick or something. Almost no thought went into her design. But maybe that's just me. Even though she's got like a tie that's all crooked and a button-up shirt that has no sleeves and a hat with a V on it, something to it just seems like it's like, well, let's just throw these things together to make her stand out. Because, you know... But I don't know her character well enough to judge her because I never encountered her and I didn't expect her to be in this game. She wasn't in the last one. Was Persona 4 Arena released before Golden? I wish they would have just kept her out of this game. I see. Marie could be said to be one and the same with this town. Any problems with the town leads directly to problems with Marie, creating a burden on her. Marie's fighting this too.
Leave it to me. I'll protect this town from whatever's coming.
Marie looks surprised for a moment at my words. Then she looks down and says nothing.
Marie, are you okay?
You stupid goody-goody womanizing lame-o. Just hurry and get out of here.
Is she some... I'm assuming that's part of her personality where she's like kind of into the main character but not showing it. There's a word for that, but I don't feel like saying it. That's a mean thing to say to a person worried about you. Well, that is like her. So like her. Again, that's going to be my running joke for this entire game with Marie because, again, I'm not going to say it again. Still, she may be tough to get out, but I can tell this abnormality is eating away at Marie.
It seems you still have a lot to learn. You may have noticed, but your precious town faces an even greater threat than before. Someone is attempting to merge Inaba with the other world, which you once called the Midnight Channel.
What?
Fortunately, Marie's powers are currently protecting the townspeople. But that will not last long.
You know whose voice they better not have changed? Elizabeth, because, I mean, if you change Elizabeth, you lose Elizabeth.
What do you mean?
A town that's become a labyrinth, choked by fog and silence. Inaba exists in a unique time right now.
Unless they didn't change her voice and she's just talking differently, I don't know.
Only persona users who have accepted their suppressed egos are able to freely move about through the evil red fog. But at this rate, the fog will thicken, and those who cannot use such powers will be swallowed into this world.
So that's what General Teddy meant by within the hour.
This will be the third ordeal thrust upon you. Or perhaps it is the continuation of the second. Will you overcome it with aplomb this time as well?
Go. You can do this. And as for the culprit in this case...
Why is it fading out? You're leaving! You're fading! That's odd. Marie's voice is starting to sound hazy. And the sensation, I felt it before. Before. It's the feeling I get when I leave the Velvet Room. You know, they never really told the sensation of leaving the Velvet Room. Wait, no! Marie's not done yet! The culprit in this case. Before I can hear the most crucial part of Marie's message, my consciousness is slowly swallowed by darkness. When I come to, I'm standing in front of the Dojima residence. I can't just stand around here, though. As if to shake off my fears, I start running towards Junes. Who are you gonna encounter? Yosuke or not? It would make sense, but I don't know if that would happen. Hey, look, you ran nowhere!
That's odd. I passed by here earlier, too.
Oh, wait, it's not an oversight. It's actually true. The same sign again, and turns that shouldn't exist. Just like Margaret said, the neighborhoods of Inaba have become a maze in this red fog. It really is just like the TV world. I get the feeling that shadows could come crawling out from the shadows of ordinary buildings, and I shake my head at such thoughts. Is this anxiety because of the fog too?
Margaret called this a continuation of what happened the other day.
When Labyrinth was thrown into the TV world, her kidnapper said, You got the better of me this time. If this is the continuation of the other day, then that means he's already making his next move. The culprit's objective was to gather powerful shadows. Is that what he's setting up to do this time as well? But something's bothering me. What is it? Is there something I'm missing? Just when I'm about to sort through the pieces once more, the red fog parts and I see a familiar building in front of me. Heh, neon green.
This is Junes. Why is it here?
Out of the corner of my eye, I see a figure pass by and enter Junes through the front door. It's...
Yosuke.
The stereotypical first battle for these two. What a relief to see him safe, but it looks like he didn't hear me because he keeps going and disappears into Junes.
Yosuke, wait!
I hurry after him. The elevators aren't lit and I don't seem to be moving, so I ignore them and run to the stairs. Oh, and don't seem to be... I don't seem to be moving. Yosuke looked like he was headed for the food court on the rooftop. I have to follow him.
Yosuke!
When I call out to the person standing in the food court, Yosuke turns around while gripping the fence and smirks.
Yo, it's you! Well, I had a feeling someone would show up.
That's what I was thinking, too. Are you alone? Where's Teddy?
Teddy? Oh, that useless ball of fur?
Something's not right. Teddy and Yosuke bicker all the time, but their bond of trust is stronger than anyone else's underneath him. But the way Yosuke talked about him just now had this obvious current of disdain to it.
Are you really Yosuke?
Who cares? Either way, you're done for. Plus, take a look at that.
Yosuke points to what's behind me. When I turn to look, I see he's pointing at something beyond the red haze. On the hill beyond the distorted neighborhoods, most likely the site of Yasugami High, where I used to attend, looms a bizarre, long, and unnaturally thin shadow.
What is that?
When I rush over to the fence, the wind pushes away the fog, letting me see that thin shadow for what it really is. A grotesque tower that defies reality. Nothing like any normal building. Man, this would be the perfect opportunity to hear the Tartarus music. The image of Mitsuru-san's people being crucified passes through my mind. They had a golden opportunity to use the Tartarus music and they didn't even use it. I am disappointed. I wanted to hear it in this game.
Don't tell me.
You understand the rules now? That's where you're headed. If you want to save your precious friends. and this world.
I squint to try and get a better look at the tower through the fence, but the fog blows in again and conceals that abomination. As I continue to stare at it, hoping the wind will change, I sense Yosuke move.
Persona.
Look out, you!
Oh, look, the real Yosuke just came out of nowhere. As I react to Yosuke's move, Yosuke's persona comes charging in with tremendous speed, gouging the fence with its arm. What is going on here?
A persona? And 2 Yosuke's? Don't be fooled! That's a fake me! Don't get in my way. Persona!
The 2 Jiraiya's clash fiercely and an immense shockwave shakes the surrounding air. As the persona crosses swords, what looked like sparks scatter all across the darkened food court. The 2 Yosuke summoned their personas before my eyes.
This guy's not me or my shadow. It's a fake that was made with a chunk of a shadow.
Chunk of a shadow?
General Teddy set this up. He supposedly made these things to force us to fight. Thing is, we can summon our personas here too. We have to beat them all and move on.
2 Jiraiyas use the rebound of their powers to put distance between each other. Though the opponent is a fake, their shadow shows their skills are perfectly matched.
Yosuke, are you alright?
To be honest, I'm exhausted. But if this is more of the P1, we can't let ourselves lose.
Oh, so you noticed too. The culprit behind Labrys's kidnapping is doing this as well.
Right. I don't know what they're after, but let's defeat this thing and keep going.
Morons! You still don't get it, do you? You're both going down here.
Don't act so tough. You might be a copy of me, but there's no way you can beat you and me at the same time.
Well, there could be walls put in place to block you.
2 against 1, huh? We were being all fair and square, but I see you'd rather play dirty. Useless vermin who can't do anything unless you're huddled together. You're completely forgetting the rules. The P1 climax is supposed to be all one-on-one battles. I'm not going to take on 2 of you at once. Now, bring on the ring.
On the fake Yosuke signal, 4 red pillars fall out of the sky. Pillars tower over the food court, surrounding both ourselves and the fake. They give off an eerie light.
Whoa!
What is this?
Come on, first come, first served. Oh, and I guess I'll tell you something else. Ignoring me and trying to run ahead will get you nowhere. Like I said before, if you want to stop the world from ending, you've got no choice but to head to Yasogami High.
You know what would save the world? Let's just nuke Japan. Oh wait, I shouldn't say that, should I? Well, either way, we should just get rid of these 2 towns, at least. Inaba, well, especially Inaba, and Tatsumi Port Island, because they cause nothing but trouble.
Now, though, you're already in the ring. Those red pillars create invisible walls, and there's no way to get rid of them but to win one-on-one. In other words, the only way you can save your world is for one of you to defeat me.
Damn it. Invisible walls again? What are we gonna do? Can we trust anything he's saying?
If I think about the way the previous P1 Grand Prix worked, there's no reason to doubt these invisible walls exist. There's no way to confirm what the fake Yosuke is saying. And even if there was, if beating him in a 2-on-1 fight resulted in us being trapped here, there would be a hollow victory.
Jeez, you just don't know when to give in. Can't you just go on and fight when it's not against your friends? You already know it's a fake.
You.
Yes, it's the lovely General Teddy. I've been watching all this time, and what am I seeing? I poured my heart into making fakes who look exactly like you, all to set up a good fight. What more do you want?
Can it? With all that fair and square stuff you were saying, were we somehow not supposed to think something's going on with all this?
Yosuke, how cruel. I just want to feel your fighting spirit. Oh, this is fine with me, you know. At such a leisurely pace, the world really will be destroyed. Now, hurry up and fight to the death.
Oh, that bastard. Even the fake one's not half as cute as he thinks.
Calm down, Yosuke. Getting flustered is exactly what they want.
Still, we have no other choice than to fight the fake here. The question is, who will go up against it? Yosuke or me? You? Because Yosuke already fought? Does the choice make a difference? Does it branch out into different paths? Do I have to redo this fight to get different paths? That's an odd thing. Oh well. I'll just have to play and find out. Granted, the part's gonna be ending soon.
I'm sure you'll hardly break a sweat.
Oh yeah? I'm already tired, but that's me in reality in real life. Oh, at least the background's not static.
Yeah, time to
The
go
chairs are
full
moving. Trying to do moves.
What? Finish him off.
Huh.
Coming.
Man, that's just... You didn't do much.
Yes, you really are strong.
Oh, that seemed pretty dull of a fight. The red pillars surrounding us shatter, and the fake Yosuke loses cohesion while black bubbles burst from it. What look like glowing grains of sand quietly emerge from it. As they get caught up in the fog, the glowing grains disappear into the sky.
It really was a chunk of a shadow.
You could have trusted me at least on that part, you know. Though that doesn't make me feel better about seeing this happen so many times.
Many times? Did you fight a fake version of someone else before coming here?
Yeah. It was, a fake you.
Me? Huh. Are you alright?
Oh, sure. I figured out pretty quick that it wasn't you. These guys aren't trying too hard to act like us. It's not like before when they were trying to upset us. That makes it even more disturbing.
They're not trying to hide, and they're fighting fair. That seems really fishy in itself.
Right? Well, the rule where you have to win one-on-one before moving on seems to be the same as before. But something's telling me we shouldn't believe everything they're saying either.
Yosuke is right. It certainly looks like the culprit has come to sell this fair and square, but he's also taken Mitsuru-san and the town hostage, leaving us no choice but to fight. Which means there must be a reason they're so adamant on fighting us one-on-one.
That reminds me, is Teddy okay? Have you seen anyone else?
Huh? Oh, Teddy sniffed out Yukiko with that nose of his and took off to find her. Some help that guy was. You have no idea how much trouble I had to go through to find you.
Well, you showed up just in time to save me. Anyway, I'm relieved to hear Teddy's nose is working. Let's leave the others to him. We need to get to Yasugami High. There's not much time left until this supposed end of the world.
Whoa, wait a sec. That fake said the same thing, but why Yasugami High?
I don't know why, but it looks like that's where we have to go. See?
When I point to where I saw the tower, Yosuke rushes over to the fence. His flustered expression changes to surprise on seeing the tower looming on the hill past the hazy red fog.
Is that Yasugami High? What's happened to it?
We'll have to go there and find out. Mitsuru-san and her friends are probably there too.
Damn it, everything's going according to their plan, huh?
Yeah, but we have to do this. I'll be counting on your help, Yosuke. What's the matter?
Nah, you're right. It's not that there's nothing we can do without each other. It's that with each other, we can do anything.
That's right. Before and Climax rules say we have to fight one-on-one, then we'll obey them. But we're definitely not incapable of doing anything without crowding together. Each of us can be as strong as we need to be, if it's for the sake of others and we believe in the cause.
Sorry. Guess I wasn't thinking straight. Let's go, partner.
I hope this is the end of the chapter soon. I nod. Yosuke looks like he's overcome his doubts, and together we run towards Yasugami High through the maze-like town. Eventually, we reach the base of the hill where we discover a sign with an arrow pointing towards P1 Climax main site. It's no longer a maze from here on. There's a little bit of distortion, but it's the usual school route I remember taking every day. If I ignore the P1 Climax flyers pasted everywhere like election posters, that is.
These again? How much more are they going to bring up those painful memories? Whoa!
It's like Tartarus or something. Yosuke suddenly stops his complaining. What's just come into view for both of us is a strangely decorated school building, just like the P1 Grand Prix from the other day and that bizarre tower that looms over the rooftop.
Holy crap! It really is on top of our school. Why is it so big? That voice! Was that Yukiko?
Let's hurry.
After nodding at each other, we make a dash towards the Yasukami High main gate. Please be safe, Yukiko. And please end. Good. Sounds like it's starting to drain out. Good. Huh. Because I'm tired right now. I need to end it. Alright, so deadline was there. Confirming, saving. Now... does this branch out here? Let's say if I did it with Yosuke, does it branch out here or something? Either way, I have to complete this before anything else can move on. Let's see, boom, and then it goes there, and then it goes there, and then this one goes down here. I'm already at 20% completion when you think about it. That's, well, I don't know. It seems high, but then I look how far down these damn cards go. Holy crap. I finally reached the end. Yeah, well, I'm going to back out of here for now. And I'm going to end this part too because I'm tired, actually. The heat really got to me. I hate it, and I'm going to rest for the rest of the evening. Anyways, so long.